Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to each of you here. Before we begin, can I request all of you to switch on your camera so that we can look at each other and learn more? Because we learn more by observing each other than by me just talking. Thank you to every one of you who are actually doing that. I welcome each one of you in this life-changing workshop on anxiety disorders and family relationships in pandemic. I am Pratibha Pandya, founder of Dhyan Holistic Wellness. I congratulate each one of you who have taken the time out to be here with us for the next 1 hour for a life-changing experience and giving this time to yourself for your own growth and your self-love. Now, before we begin, I would request each one of you, firstly, to keep your cameras on. Secondly, अगर आपकी कोई भी questions है, please feel free to write it on the chat box, and we will try and address as many as we can towards the end of this session. Now, this workshop is not just about, we sitting here and giving you ज्ञान about anxiety and relationships, because वो आपको हर जगह मिल सकती है. This workshop is for you to discover yourself and go on this journey with us. जहाँ पे at the end of 1 hour, you realize and see a new aspect of you. For that, I would want each one of you, if possible, to keep a pen and a paper handy next to you, ताकि जब हम कोई भी exercise कर रहे हैं, you become a part of it. You go ahead and do that exercise with us, so that at the end, there is something that you've uncovered. One layer of you that you unpeel today. Another request that I have from all of you is, जहाँ तक हो सके अपने सेल फोन को साइलेंट मोड पे डाल दीजिए. Be aware that when you do that, you're just letting go of all the distractions. और आप ये 1 घंटा अपने आप को देंगे, जहाँ आप अपनी पहचान खुद से करोगे. I can see some of you really actually doing that, and thank you to you. Now I know कि आप लोग सब बहुत busy हो. You all have this major to-do list in your head. Even if it is a Sunday, आपका दिमाग इस पे चल रहा है कि 1 घंटे बाद हमें क्या क्या करना है. बच्चे को खाना खिलाना है, शाम की तैयारी करनी है, ये एजेंडा है, कल मंडे मॉर्निंग है. You all have a set to-do list in your mind. But for us to make the most and get the most of this 1 hour, it's important कि हम ये सारे thoughts, worries, fears, to-do list को अपने दिमाग से निकालें. To do that, I request all of you to close your eyes with me for a minute. Just close your eyes and take a deep, long breath. Just breathe in and breathe out. With every breath that you take, see all your thoughts, worries, fears, to-do list disappearing from your body, disappearing from your mind. Just feel this wave of relaxation coming from your head till your toe. Feel this wave of cold air touching every ounce of you. I would want you to take your right hand and keep it on your heart and feel your heartbeat. Feel your connection with your soul. Feel the love that you have for yourself. Feel that oneness. With every breath that you take, connect to yourself even more. With each breath, see all your thoughts, worries, fears, phobias, anything and everything that is disturbing you going away. All that matters is you and your own journey. With every heartbeat that you feel, be grateful for this time, this hour, this life, for nature, for everything good that you have in your life. Be grateful that you are alive today. Be grateful for all your family members near you, for your loved ones and your friends. Be grateful that you've got this opportunity today to grow and learn. Be grateful for just being you, because you are a unique being. You're in this planet because you have a purpose, and nobody else can be you. You're here for a larger good. Be grateful for that and feel that love for yourself in every being of you. Just take another breath, breathe in and out, and feel that love and relaxation all through your body. Just another time, breathe in, and this time, as you exhale, open your eyes. Welcome to each one of you in this beautiful journey. Be ready to embrace this beautiful gift of life.
Thank you, Pratibha. Whenever you're centered, your energy flows and you grow. I would want to first welcome all of you for this amazing session. Like Pratibha just mentioned, that is going to be phenomenal. This anxiety disorder and family relationships are such a common issue that we all facing. So I hope all of you have that aha moment in this entire 1 hour. I want to introduce Dhyan Holistic Wellness. Dhyan meaning divine. In Bhagavad Gita, the most divine duty of a human being is to love and is to serve others with full compassion. And in Dhyan, we fully and truly believe in it. We give full and complete transformation to any and every individual coming with an issue like a chronic alcoholism or depression or anxiety or any kind of fears that they've just accepted it in their mind. So our therapy is actually called rapid transformational therapy. This therapy is very, very unique, which you will be hearing most about it from us during this 1 hour. A very interesting part of this therapy is that it's not just a talk therapy. We actually go to the root cause of your problem. By this, I mean the problem that most of us face is actually not the actual problem. There is something lying beneath it, and what we need to know is what lies beneath it. So we go to the root cause of the problem, we address it, that I have a problem, we acknowledge it, I have a problem, I need to get rid of this, and then we amend it by talking to your subconscious mind. So it's a very interesting therapy. This whole session is very interesting, where we not just talk it out to you, or we tell you that week after week we're going to make it all happen, and we still with that hope. In this one session, there is this the feeling of, wow, I know what got me here, and I know I can get out of it. So I think that feeling of taking the reins in your hand is so powerful. So Pratibha and me are certified clinical hypnotherapists from the School of Marissa Peer. She's the most renowned therapist in the world, absolutely magical, and we've been blessed to be trained under her. We've had clients from all across the world, and we've dealt with children, with teens, with men, with women, in the entire journey, the sad part was that there were so many children as well who needed this kind of a therapy. And the only reason being, in today's day and age, we don't realize what we say and when we say, things which really matters to the kids. So I think it's really important for us to know, and during the session you would know how you can take control of that. So हमने, I mean, I've been requested that I should speak in Hindi, so I'm so sorry. मैं कोशिश जरूर करूंगी, कोई प्रॉब्लम तो मुझे जरूर बता दीजिएगा. So हम definitely deal करते हैं, like I told you, alcoholism, depression, ये सारे deep issues हैं. But as little as nail biting, as weird as a pimple or an acne, or as silly as it may sound, dandruff, you'll be amazed how we've got clients who said, I have dandruff and I don't know when it comes and when it goes. So somewhere down the line through the session, we've realized the mind chose to attract that because it thought it benefits you. So yes, that is one thing. There's another two very important things I want to talk about RTT, rapid transformational therapy, is, like the name says, it's rapid, it's quick. So in today's day and age, like मैंने पहले भी बोला, every Thursday, 4 बजे जाना, or therapist or client, I'm sure there's a lot of benefit in that. But, this kind of a session is where you sit down, you get into a subconscious level so deep within, where all the transformation happens, where all acknowledgement happens. And of course, that's the place that you would want to be, where you erase all that you've believed in and you inculcate what you want to believe in. So number one, it's rapid. दूसरी very interesting, बहुत interesting चीज है about rapid transformational therapy is, इसमें हम therapist ज्यादा नहीं बोलते. हम therapist actually सुनते हैं और client उस state में, वो subconscious state में, alpha state में जा करके वो अपने आप realize करते, they themselves realize it, that what got them to believe a certain thing. And imagine, like, don't you think once you know कि ये चीज से problem होती है, हम obviously उसे नहीं करेंगे. Like I always say to all my clients and everybody, that understanding is power. The minute you understand that problem kidhar hai, there, bingo, you've got it all. You've just, transformed your life. So there are two very important things of RTT. Dhyan was formulated by my sister Pratibha Pandya and me, Roshni Jain. I am a jewelry designer by profession, been trained and taken enough classes from Indian Gemological Institute, Indian Diamond Institute, Gems and Jewelry Council, and so on and so forth. Conducted various workshops. Before we get into the real session, what we all are here for, I want to tell you a very interesting story about me. So I've always been fascinated by this tiny little gem, diamond. Don't worry, it's not a jewelry or a diamond class. I'm just giving you a little idea of how and what got me to something so beautiful as RTT. So like I was saying, I was very, very interested कि ये छोटी सी gem है, but इसमें इतना power कैसे है? Like it's priceless and everybody and anybody loves it. And we have a Valentine week coming up. I know how I've been flooded with people just asking, यार कुछ भी कर दो, एक diamond दे दो, because that's the only solution for most of our problems. So it's a very interesting thing. So that got me deeper into understanding कि what is it? ये है क्या? छोटी सी चीज भी इतनी क्या है जो people are so crazy about? That's when I got deeper and deeper and understood कि it really has the power. This tiny little thing can actually light up your life, make marriage absolutely blissful, and have a life which is feeling all divine and happy and contented. That's what I feel. So yes, that was it. But that was my journey with my diamond jewelry. While I was doing that, I've had many successful clients who've worn my piece of creations and out there and feeling absolutely confident. But then it just got me thinking कि अगर कोई इंसान को outward, अगर हम इतना सुंदर, with just some ornaments or something, हम इतने confidence दे सकते हैं. Imagine if we do this from deep within. Exciting, right? That we can definitely see the confidence that a person gets by just the attire you wear, the way you dress up and all of that. But जब अंदर से वो spark आती है ना, उसका मजा ही कुछ अलग होता है. That's when I got on thinking कि this, just like diamond, the mind has a role to play. Like this little brain of ours, which we can't see, is a master blaster. Absolutely a master blaster. So this brain of yours makes you do the things that you want to do, makes you feel the way you want to feel, makes you behave the way you want to behave. And you know, the most interesting part, अगर ये ब्रेन आपसे ये सब करा सकता है, आपके पास इतनी ताकत है कि आप उसको undo भी कर सकते हो. So imagine the power lies from within. So definitely this is you know, a way that I got into getting deeper into it and understanding why and how you know, we kind of accept things, and started my journey with RTT. Now I can fully and, you know, with full confidence say that I adorn people from outside and from deep within. Pratibha, over to you.
So for me, human brain is something जो मुझे बहुत fascinate करता है. लोग क्या सोचते हैं, कब क्यों सोचते हैं, क्यों react करते हैं ऐसे. It is something that's been of interest to me. Now, I've been an aura healer working for a foundation for the past 13 to 14 years. I have learned Reiki, I have learned pendulum healing, crystal healing, and Access Conscious Bar, anything, मतलब you name it, and I think I've done it all. Because मुझे हमेशा ये जानना होता है कि why is it that someone behaves like this in a particular situation. And during this, you know, during the past few years, like Roshni mentioned, I realized that लोगों के पास time नहीं है. When you are in pain, physically या emotionally, आपके पास वक्त नहीं है. आप उस पेन को और टाइम तक नहीं हैंडल कर सकते हो. You want result, you want some fast relief out of it. Now, while all the other therapies that I mentioned, be it aura healing, be it Reiki, be it any other therapy, they are wonderful. There is no doubt about it. सब results देते हैं, but they are slow. They take time. They take a few sessions. You know, like Roshni mentioned, you'll have to come every Thursday. आप बैठो, आप करो. It's going to be a month to few months process. And when we were doing it, when I was doing all of that, I realized कि मुझे कुछ ऐसा करना है जिससे लोगों को result fast मिले. They're out of their pain fast, और वो ऐसी ज़िंदगी जी सकते हैं जो वो चाहते हैं, बिना time waste करे. Because every minute is precious. We can't waste any moment of our life. That's when I started doing rapid transformational therapy. Because I saw कि इस therapy से लोगों को बहुत instant result, fast result, and your entire belief system gets changed very, very fast. Apart from being a rapid transformational therapist, I am a certified counselor, been counseling people for the past 13 years, and I'm also a certified life coach, being trained under the master coach Tony Robbins himself. Now, today's workshop, we want to discuss two very, very important and prevalent issues: anxiety and family relationships. During this pandemic, ध्यान holistic wellness में बहुत सारे ऐसे cases आए हैं which were related to anxiety, stress, phobia, fear, and relationship issues. By relationship issues, I don't mean सिर्फ एक husband-wife का. I mean between a mother and a child, between a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law, between friends, you name it. And I think we've got all of these cases. So Roshni and me thought that this is a perfect time to actually make people aware of what anxiety actually is. What is the true definition of anxiety and how to handle relationship? Because हम सब ये जानते हैं कि हम सामने वाले को change नहीं कर सकते हैं. What we can change is what we feel and how we feel. And that's the reason that we decided to do this workshop on anxiety and relationships. Now, before I go ahead and we talk about anxiety, मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप सब use the chat box and tell me कि when I say anxiety, when I talk about anxiety के symptoms, what do you think they are? What are the words that you associate when we talk about anxiety? Please use the chat box and write down what is it. It could be increased heart rate, it could be palpitations, sweating, anything. But I would request you all to use the chat box and start giving me. Exactly, no sleep, restlessness, hypertension, you're all alright, fear, palpitations, anger, sweat, not able to breathe, blood flow increases. Very true. These are actually all the symptoms that we've heard of when we talk about anxiety. Now, what is anxiety? According to the Oxford Dictionary, anxiety is defined as a state of feeling nervous or worried that something bad is going to happen. This is the dictionary definition जो मैंने वैसे ही लिखा है. ये definition वो definition है जो हम बड़े होते होते रटते हैं कि इस चीज़ का definition ये है, एग्जाम में ये लिख के आते हैं. That's what this definition is. But if I have to make it simpler for you and to tell you कि what is anxiety really, hear me out carefully. Anxiety is nothing else but the story that you tell yourself over and over again till you start believing it and accepting it as a truth. What this means is कि anxiety बस वो एक story है जो आप बार बार repeat करते रहते हो जब तक आपका दिल और दिमाग उसे truth या सच्चाई नहीं समझ लेता है. I'm going to repeat myself again because once you understand this, you will understand how easy it is to get out of this situation. Anxiety stems from people telling themselves a story. Now, what do I mean by story? It means we keep saying, I can't face this exam. मुझसे ये काम नहीं हो पाएगा. मैं उस इंसान से बात भी नहीं कर सकती हूँ. मैं जाके I can't attend this meeting. We keep telling ourselves this again and again and again till the time comes for us to attend a meeting. जब अपन ये बात बार बार बोलते रहते हैं, our mind takes it as a truth. Now, one more very important fact about anxiety is that it's never about the present. It's always about the future. Anxiety is all that we think and presume will happen. Anxiety कभी भी आज के टाइम के लिए नहीं है कि present moment के लिए नहीं है. अपन अपने दिमाग में वो स्टोरी बनाते रहते हैं कि जब मुझे स्टेज में जाके बोलना है, I am not going to be able to say it. I am not going to remember my point. What if I fumble? Oh my God, people are going to be looking at me. This is a story that we keep cooking up about the future, not about the present. Which means anxiety is always about the future, about what you think will happen, not necessarily will happen. There's a very interesting research about this which I would like you all to know. There was this research done in Penn University in 2019. उन्होंने करीब 100 या 500 लोगों को लिया जिन्होंने अपने आप को जनरलाइज्ड एंजाइटी डिसऑर्डर कैटेगरी में लिस्ट किया था. रिसर्चर्स ने उनको बोला कि आप 1 महीने तक आपको जो भी चीज़ वरी करती है या आपका फियर है, आप सारे पॉइंट्स को नोट डाउन करो. राइट डाउन व्हाट इज इट दैट वरीज यू, व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन, व्हाट आर योर फियर्स. Keep writing it down for 1 month. And these people are people who said that they have anxiety disorders. तो आपने जो कहा वो सारे symptoms भी वो महसूस करते थे. 1 महीने बाद जब रिसर्चर्स ने इन सारे डेटा को एनालाइज किया, they realized that 91.4% of the time what they feared about did not come true. What this means इसकी वो जिन चीज़ों के बारे में डर रहे थे, सोच रहे थे, अपनी रातों की नींद खराब कर रहे थे, पूरे टाइम मैं नहीं कर सकता बोल रहे थे, वो सारी चीज़ें हुई भी नहीं उनके साथ. In very very minute cases, अगर किसी की वरी सच भी आई, the consequence of that was not as bad as they thought it would be. It was very very easy for them to handle. But उन्होंने अपने दिमाग में ये स्टोरी बिल्डअप कर ली थी कि oh my god, it's going to be bad. So what it really means, what this research is really trying to tell us, is that we suffer more in our imagination than in our reality. हम अपने सोच में अपने आप को ज़्यादा दुखी करते हैं, अपने आप को ज़्यादा परेशान करते हैं, more than what will happen to us in reality actually.
And the actual reason for this is one very important rule of the mind. एक rule of the mind है, which is very important. You have to know कि anxiety stems from this. And the rule says the mind only responds to two things. One is the picture you create in your mind, and two, the words you say to yourself. I'm going to repeat this कि एक मन जो है, mind जो है, वो दो ही चीज से अपने आप को रिएक्ट करवाता है. नंबर वन, जो पिक्चर आप अपने मन में रखोगे, माइंड आपको वैसे ही उस डायरेक्शन में लेके जाएगा. नंबर टू, जो वर्ड्स आप बोलोगे, माइंड आपको वही फील कराएगा जो आपका वर्ड्स कहता है. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग दिस इज. आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू कपल ऑफ एग्जांपल, यू विल बी अमेज्ड. बट बिफोर दैट एक आपको बात बताती हूँ. जैसे हम रोज सोचते हैं कि हम जिम जाएंगे, सुबह जाएंगे. जैसे ही सुबह होता है, 6 o'clock हमारी अलार्म बजती है, एंड यू लाइक, ओ माई गॉड, it's a nightmare, मुझे जिम जाना पड़ रहा, I don't like it, oh God, फिर से करना है, जिम is a nightmare. So imagine आपने एक पिक्चर बना दिया that gym is a nightmare. आपने एक मन को बोल दिया you don't want to do. So mind वही कराएगा जो आपको मन है. आपको मन आपको नहीं जिम जाना है, तो mind will give you enough and more reasons कि ठीक है यार, आज क्या फर्क पड़ता है, हमने 3 दिन पहले तो किया था, एक दिन नहीं करेंगे तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है, आज थोड़ी दर्द भी लग रही है. So things like that. So also there are other examples, like we say parenting is a nightmare. We use these words so often that parenting is a nightmare. Now can you believe हमने एक इतनी beautiful चीज को उसमें क्या पिक्चर बना दिया अपने दिमाग में कि parenting एक मतलब एक बहुत बड़ा पहाड़ है. This job is killing me. Look at the words we are using. Instead of saying this job is challenging and getting that brain stimulated to take the challenge, हम ये कहते हैं this job is killing me. Life is so difficult. Look at our words. Instead of saying that, we could have said life is manageable. Problems happen, but it's manageable. It's just shifting your focus from the picture you create and the words you say. Because mind को ये नहीं पता कि सही है कि गलत है. Mind को ये नहीं पता whether it's good or bad. Mind says जो आप बोलो वो मैं करूंगी. जैसे आपके सामने अगर पिज्जा है and you're dieting, but you'll be like, oh wow, this pizza is so gooey, it looks so yummy, कितना fresh है, बहुत मन कर रहा है खाने का. I can guarantee you 100 से ज्यादा बहाने आपके मन में आ जाएंगे. यार एक से क्या होता है, और कल होना हो कोरोना स्टार्टर, कल होना हो आज ही जी लो, so you will have enough reason. So it's all about the mind में जो picture and the words. Now, to elaborate this, we had a wonderful, beautiful case that came to us some time back in Dhyan. I'm going to take 2 minutes, but I really want you all to focus on what I'm going to say, because you'll realize कि number one, you'll realize how RTT works, and number two, you'll realize the game the mind plays. I'm telling you, this mind plays the game. You got to know how to control it. तो एक लड़की आई थी, she said I have fear of flying. मतलब उसको फ्लाई करने में डर लगता था, प्लेन लेने में डर लगता था. So much so, वो कहती थी मुझे इतने सारे जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिल गए हैं, मेरे फ्रेंड्स मुझे बाहर बुलाते हैं, I want to travel the world, but I have this fear of flying कि मैं फ्लाइट में बैठ ही नहीं सकती, और बाय चांस बैठ गई तो डर के मारे, I get so stressed and I just walk out. I just cannot. Okay. So we said, okay, fine. There has to be a reason, because आप पैदाइशी तो ऐसे नहीं हो सकते. There has to be a reason. Please listen to me carefully, because what happened then, we took her to a state of hypnotism. We took her to a hypnotic state, got her down to a subconscious level. Subconscious level हमारा वो part होता है brain का जिससे conversations हो सकती है. and that's a deep rooted one. तो फिर हम जब subconscious level पे गए, she randomly came out with couple of scenes. Now you'll be amazed कि जो वो अपने उस लेवल पे जब वो स्टेट ऑफ हिप्नोसिस में थी, जो सीन्स वो बोली कुछ भी रिलेटेड नहीं था फ्लाइंग के लिए. कोई फ्लाइट के बारे में नहीं था, कोई कि गिर गई है कहीं से पहाड़ी से, या कहीं से ऐसी गिरी है जहां उसको डर लगा है, या समथिंग रिलेटेड टू मे बी आई डोंट नो समथिंग रिलेटेड टू फ्लाइंग बेसिकली. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं था. तो पहला सीन क्या था? पहला सीन था, शी इज टेलिंग मी, I am 5 years old. I'm sitting with my mother and my mother is screaming at me. मेरी मम्मी मुझे डांट रही है क्योंकि उन्होंने जो ड्रेस बोला है मुझे पहनने के लिए, मुझे नहीं पहनना. तो मेरी मम्मी डांट रही है और वो बहुत दुखी भी है. सिंपल सीन. ऐसे हमारे घर में रोज होते हैं, हमारे बच्चे के साथ हम रोज ही ऐसा करते हैं. नथिंग टू डू विथ फ्लाइंग, दैट्स इट. शी इज सेइंग आई एम अपसेट क्योंकि मम्मी को मैंने सैड कर दिया क्योंकि मैं उनका लाइट दिया हुआ ड्रेस नहीं पहन सकती. ओके, आई सेड ओके, लेट्स गो टू सीन 2. वी वेंट टू सीन 2. शी वाज अबाउट 7 years old. वो अपने मम्मी पापा के साथ बैठी हुई है और उसके पापा उसको बोल रहे हैं कि तुम कुछ काम ठीक से नहीं करती, ना पढ़ाई ठीक से करती हो, ना तुम भाई के साथ ठीक बिहेव करती हो, तुम कुछ नहीं कर सकती. देन वो मुझे बोली कि मेरे पापा मेरी मम्मी को देख रहे हैं और मम्मी को कह रहे हैं कि तुमने इसका ध्यान नहीं रखा, तुम भी अच्छी माँ नहीं हो, तुमने कुछ अच्छा नहीं किया और माँ दुखी है. मैंने पूछा क्लाइंट से, तो आपको कैसा लग रहा है? तो बोली मुझे बहुत दुख लग रहा है क्योंकि मेरी माँ दुखी है. ओके, अगेन दिस सीन हैज नथिंग टू डू विथ फ्लाइंग. थर्ड सीन, लास्ट सीन. her mother is in the hospital. She goes to the hospital and the minute her mother sees her, उसकी माँ के चेहरे पे इतनी ब्यूटीफुल स्माइल आ जाती है. And then the nurse tells the client that आपको देख के ना आपकी माँ के अंदर ना लाइफ आ जाती है. Now tell me, in these 3 scenes, there was nothing to do with flying. Obviously, after this, there are certain other tools that we do. It's not that the scene आ गया और answer आ जाता है. We do certain other tools where the client herself realized, interesting part is coming. The client herself realized क्योंकि इसका ये क्लाइंट दुखी होती थी, जब इसकी माँ दुखी उसके कारण होती थी, and she felt that being there for a mother gives her mother joy. Her mind gave her enough reason not to go away from the mother. क्योंकि अगर वो दूर जाएगी तो मम्मा दुखी हो जाएगी. So that manifested in this fear कि मैं फ्लाई करूंगी, क्या पता मैं माँ के सामने रहूंगी तो माँ दुखी हो जाएगी. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, ये हमने नहीं, ये उसने खुद डिराइव किया. She realized the reason why she had fear of flying. It wasn't the flight. It was the fear कि माँ को अगर मैं छोड़ दूंगी तो माँ दुखी हो जाएगी. मन में इतना जोर का इसका इफेक्ट हुआ that she stopped flying. We did the therapy. 21 days happened. It takes 21 days for a change to happen. After 21 days, the 22nd day, you will be amazed. उसका हमारे पास मेल आता है saying that प्लीज कंग्रेचुलेट योर सेल्फ क्योंकि आज मैं फ्लाइट ले रही हूँ लास वेगस के लिए, बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट टू एंजॉय दिस विक्ट्री. इमेजिन फर्स्ट फ्लाइट शी टुक आफ्टर द एंटायर थेरेपी बिकॉज शी रियलाइज्ड दैट व्हाट वाज द प्रॉब्लम. इंटरेस्टिंग, राइट? सो this definitely is interesting, but I want to do like an activity with all of you. It's going to be fun. I think me and Pratibha, let's do an activity with them for them to understand how हम एक मन में कोई चीज सोच लेते हैं ना, हमारा बिहेवियर, हमारा फीलिंग सब उस पर डिपेंड होता है और फिर हम वही सोच को एकदम स्ट्रांग बना लेते हैं अपने अंदर. मैं अच्छी हूँ, रोज बोलिए मैं अच्छी हूँ, फील करिए, एंड यू सी आप में चेंज कैसे आएगा. ऑन दी अदर हैंड आप बोलते रहिए मुझसे कुछ नहीं होगा, आई रियली कांट डू इट. आप वो थॉट को कैसे स्ट्रांग बनाते हो ये एक्टिविटी आपको बताएगा. एंड आई थिंक आप लोग सब भी, यू कैन टेक अ पेन एंड अ पेपर. Let's do it. Let's do everybody, like, let's play this along and see where we go and let's see what you come out with.
We would actually request each one of you. I'm going to give a thought that I have, which I think कि अपन बहुत सारे जन relate कर सकते हैं. But we would request each one of you to actually write down any one thought. And ये exercise, the way Roshni will be guiding us, let us all do it and see what you uncover about yourself.
Okay, Pratibha. So let's start. Just tell me a thought that's in your mind.
Okay, I'm going to take a thought जो I feel कि आजकल के बच्चों को भी बहुत आती है. A lot of us go through it, which is about body image. That I feel that I'm not beautiful.
Okay. So if you feel that you're not beautiful, I mean, if you're having the thought that you're not beautiful, what is the feeling within you? ये thought अगर आपके दिमाग में है, what's that feeling within you?
So when I feel that I'm not beautiful, I think the feeling that I have is I'm not confident. Um, I don't like myself. I judge myself. I'm just not happy with the way I am. मतलब it pulls me down.
Okay. So agar aapki feeling hai that I'm not confident enough and you start judging yourself, you are not feeling great about yourself, tell me ऐसे feeling के साथ आपकी action क्या होने वाली है?
Because I keep judging myself and I keep feeling कि I'm not good enough or I don't feel confident. I don't want to go out and meet people. मतलब मुझे लोगों से मिलने में डर लगता है because I keep thinking कि वो मेरे को देख के यही सोच रहे होंगे यार ये तो कैसी दिखती है, just look at her, she's not beautiful, she's fat, she's this. मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा ये सोच रहती है.
तो बेसिकली आप ये कह रहे हैं क्योंकि आपके पास ऐसी फीलिंग आई है तो योर एक्शन गोइंग टू बी आप कहीं बाहर नहीं जाना चाहोगे, किसी से मिलना नहीं चाहोगे, किसी से बात नहीं करना चाहोगे. अगर आपकी एक्शन ऐसी होती है कि आप किसी से नहीं मिलोगे, कहीं बाहर नहीं जाओगे, लोगों से मिलना पसंद नहीं करोगे, आपके मन में क्या थॉट आ रहा है?
क्योंकि मैं किसी से मिलती नहीं हूँ, सो I don't socialize, I don't have too many friends. I just keep feeling that because I'm not beautiful and I'm not good, I don't have friends.
तो बेसिकली आपने क्या किया, उस थॉट को लेकर के आप फीलिंग्स पे आए, फिर आपकी एक्शन उस थॉट के हिसाब से हो गई है, वापस वही थॉट आपके अंदर आ रहा है कि क्योंकि मैं कहीं जाने लायक नहीं हूँ, मुझे लगता नहीं कोई मुझे पसंद करेगा, मैं अच्छी हुई नहीं, आई एम नॉट गुड इनफ, आई एम नॉट ब्यूटिफुल. सो यू सी हाउ वन थॉट लेड यू टू बिलीव दैट सो डीपली दैट इट विल इवेंचुअली बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ यू. वो आपके लाइफ का एक हिस्सा हो जाएगा. नाउ हाउ अबाउट doing an interesting thing again, let's reverse it. आप एक positive thought बोलिए प्रतिभा मेरे को.
Before we reverse it, I hope all of you have done this journey with us and gone through a thought that you carry and identified the feeling and action, because it's going to really help you all to understand yourself better. Let's give them a minute, Roshni, before we move on to the positive thought. Okay, Roshni, I think we are good to go.
Okay, now can you give me a positive thought?
I'm going to reverse this thought only, that I am beautiful.
Okay, so if you feel that you're beautiful, if you think that you're beautiful, that's the thought that's in your mind. What's the feeling that comes within you?
I'm confident. I can do everything and people just love me.
Exactly. So when you feel you're great and you're confident, you've got that power, what your actions are going to be like with that feeling of yours?
I love going out. I love meeting people because I know everyone meets me and I have so many friends because I am socializing every day.
Okay, so you're going to go out, you're going to be there, you're going to enjoy your life, you're not going to be hesitant about anything. When you're out there like a go-getter, tell me the thought that will come about you in your own mind.
Oh, I love myself. I feel so good and confident about myself. I love myself.
Exactly. नेगेटिव थॉट हो, पॉजिटिव थॉट हो, चॉइस आपके ऊपर है. आपको किसको स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाना है, इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन यू, बिकॉज योर थॉट इवेंचुअली विल लीड टू अ फीलिंग एंड एक्शन, एंड henceforth it will make you deep rooted.
Now, everyone goes through some sort of anxiety in their life. I'm not saying कि एग्जाम के पहले अपन को डर नहीं लगता है या स्टेज में बात करना है तो हार्ट रेट इंक्रीज नहीं होता. इट हैपन्स टू एवरी सिंगल पर्सन एंड दैट इज़ नॉर्मल. उसमें कोई गलत बात नहीं है बिकॉज दैट इज़ द वे आवर बॉडी इज प्रिपेयरिंग अस टू टेक चार्ज ऑफ अ सिचुएशन. But जब वो चीज़ becomes a part of our daily life and starts impacting our single our everyday decisions, or maybe that situation or that activity, that's when we actually say that, you know what, there is an issue here, जिसको अपन को solve करना ज़रूरी है, that we need to address. Now, there are only 3 things in the world that actually determine कि आप एक situation के बारे में क्या feel करोगे. These 3 things called the language, the focus, and the physiology. By physiology, I also mean the body language. These 3 together are called the triad. All these 3 together, your language, your focus, and your body language, actually decide how you're going to react or create any emotional state. So let me just give you a small example to make you understand this better. As we've already understood कि आप जो language बोल रहे हो, आप जो अपने आप को बोल रहे हो, आपकी वो reality होती है. So let me give you an example. Suppose you're going to a party, a very big party. That means, where you're going to be meeting, where you're going to be meeting people जो आपकी life change कर सकते हैं. It's going to be a career change moment for you. And you're getting ready. And you suddenly notice a pimple on your face. You notice that pimple and you start feeling, oh God, did I have to get that pimple right now? What is this? And I'm not looking good. Your entire focus at that point of time is आपका वो जो pimple है. आपकी पूरी सोच सिर्फ आपके वो एक pimple पे जो आपके face पे है. When you focus on that, आपका language क्या होगा? My God, I am not looking good. What is this? Why did it have to happen today? Why is it spoiling the most important time of my life? जब आपकी सोच ये है, आपका फोकस आपका पिंपल है, आपकी जो बॉडी लैंग्वेज होगी जब आप पार्टी में जा रहे हो, इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी क्लोज्ड. यू आर गोइंग टू एक्चुअली वांट टू स्टे अवे फ्रॉम पीपल विद दैट एंटायर थॉट कि मैं जब किसी से भी मिल रही हूँ या आपको कोई देख रहा है, वो शायद आपको इसीलिए देख रहा है बिकॉज यू लुकिंग नाइस, बट यू विल कीप थिंकिंग कि वो सिर्फ आपको इसीलिए देख रहा है बिकॉज यू नो वॉट, देयर इज समथिंग रॉन्ग, यू आर नॉट अप टू योर मार्क. बट इसी में अगर अपना फोकस अपन चेंज कर ले, वी चेंज द लैंग्वेज. इफ वी चेंज आवर फोकस, दैट डजंट मैटर, इट्स जस्ट अ पिंपल, एवरीवन गेट्स इट. बट you change your focus to, I'm going to go there and have such a great time. People are going to love me, and when I come out, it's going to be a career change moment for me. It's going to be a life-changing moment for me. Your language to yourself is, oh my God, I will rock it, may what happens. Your body language, when you go to the party, it's going to be full of confidence because you're not bothered about that pimple. Your focus at that time is how you can make a difference in that entire room. And your body language is going to be someone who is so confident about what she does. What this actually means is, अगर आप अपना focus change करोगे, आप अपना story change कर दोगे. At any given point of time, even when you're faced with an anxious situation, changing any one of the 3, your language, your body language, or the focus, you can get out of anxiety. You can change what you feel. You can change how that situation will affect you. By changing all 3, or even one of the 3, which will make you change the other 2, is the easiest way and one of the fastest way to come out of anxiety.
Now that we know that the mind responds to the picture you create and the words you say, this also applies in relationships, in all kinds of relationships. There are no good or bad relationships. It is our perception of that situation at that moment. I'll repeat that once more. It is our perception of that situation at that moment. Now, of course, there is a small disclaimer to this. We are not talking about some crazy, extreme kind of relationship where there is a high degree of emotional and physical and mental torture or narcissist. Definitely, we're not talking about that. But on a whole, a relationship, the issues in a relationship happens only because at that moment, that's the perception at that situation and in your mind.
Now, as we've realized in the past half an hour that it's all a mind game. Your relationship with everyone also is based on कि आपने what the story that you've told yourself about yourself, मतलब जो स्टोरी या बिलीफ सिस्टम आप अपने अंदर रखते हो, नॉट इन रिलेशन टू एवरीवन अराउंड यू बट अबाउट योर सेल्फ, इज वॉट विल डिटरमाइन कि आपके रिलेशनशिप्स आगे जाके कैसे होंगे. To give you small, to make you really understand this, I'm not going to be giving you a case study. I'm going to talk about my own life. I am the youngest of 4 in the family. Mind you, I'm the most pampered and the most loved. I have been, Roshni being my sister would know how I can get my demands met. Even in spite of having such a loving environment and having a childhood with all the wishes fulfilled, there was something that I was lacking. I had done an RTT session on myself, RTT meaning Rapid Transformational Therapy. And that's when I realized that when I was about, 4 या 5 साल की होंगी, and हमको एक फैमिली पिकनिक में गए थे. Like I distinctly remember this. हम फैमिली पिकनिक में गए हुए थे. We were sitting on that big, पहले वो चटाइयाँ होती थी जिसमें हम बैठते थे with this picnic basket and all. एक अंकल, अगेन नॉट अ वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड ऑफ माई डैड, ऐसा कोई नहीं था, वो बैठे हुए थे. एंड ही लुक्स एट मी एंड ही सेज, यू नो व्हाट, यू वर एन एक्स्ट्रा चाइल्ड. योर मॉम एक्चुअली, मतलब तुम आ गई थी इसलिए मम्मा ने कर लिया, बट यू वर नॉट रियली वॉन्टेड, यू वर जस्ट एन एक्स्ट्रा. एंड ही स्टार्टेड लाफिंग. आई लुक्ड एट हिम एंड आई डिडंट अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज मतलब 5 साल की बच्ची क्या तो समझेगी. एंड आई जस्ट लुक्ड एट माई मॉम. My mom hugged me and said, यार बेटा ऐसे ही बोल रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ truth नहीं है. Fair enough. तो there were times that I did hear that I was an extra child because my parents already had 3, joint family था. तो it is, it wasn't as easy to raise children as it is today, with no support system also. Throughout my childhood मेरे मम्मी पापा या मेरे भाई कभी उन्होंने मुझे ऐसा फील नहीं कराया है that I am an extra child. But that's the story I kept telling myself in my head, that, oh God, I really was not wanted. Did my mom just have me because, she conceived me? Which means I need to prove to them again and again that having me is the best thing that they could have done. I need to make sure कि मैं ऐसे state में हूँ कि मेरे बिना इनका काम नहीं चले. Mind you, I didn't do all of this consciously. कभी मेरे कॉन्शियस दिमाग में ये थॉट नहीं आया था कि मुझे ऐसे बिहेव करना पड़ेगा. ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम आई रियलाइज दैट इन ऑल माई रिलेशनशिप, इन बी एज अ मदर, बी एज अ वाइफ, बी एज अ डॉटर, आई वॉज पुशिंग माई सेल्फ टू अ लार्जर एक्सटेंट. आई वॉज रीचिंग अ पॉइंट वेयर आई हैड लॉस्ट माई सेल्फ. दैट्स व्हेन आई गॉट अ रैपिड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल थेरेपी डन ऑन माई सेल्फ. When I did this and this scene and various other scenes came up, I realized that the belief system that I had made in my head was that I am not lovable, I am not wanted, and if I need to, if I need to make a mark in this family or with people around me, I need to make sure कि मैं एक ऐसे level पे पहुंच जाऊं कि मेरे बिना इनका काम नहीं चले. I need them to say that, oh my God, Pratibha, you are amazing, you are wanted, having you is the best thing in my life. So my entire life focus was not on what I wanted, what would make me feel good, but my life focus was entirely on pleasing everybody else. When my life focus is about pleasing everybody else, I expect everyone around me to fulfill that role for me. जब हम अंदर से कंप्लीट नहीं होते in our relationships, in how we feel about ourselves, or we don't love ourselves, we expect everyone around us to fulfill that role for us. हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, चाहे वो हमारा स्पाउस हो, हमारी फ्रेंड हो, हमारा सिस्टर हो, माँ बाप हो, सास ससुर हो, कोई भी हो. We expect them to complete us. We expect them to make us feel worthwhile. We expect them to love us. Because हम तो अपने आप से प्यार नहीं कर रहे. So what do we expect? कि सामने वाला हम पे करे. जो चीज़ हम लैक करें उनकी वो ड्यूटी है हमें दे. जब हम उस एक्सपेक्टेशंस के साथ एक रिलेशनशिप में रहते हैं, we are burdening the other person with our expectation. Because वो जितना भी करे, हम हमेशा उसमें खामियां ढूंढते रहेंगे. हम हमेशा ये सोचते रहेंगे कि यार, why can't he understand? Why can't she understand? But the truth of the matter is कि आप अपने आप को नहीं समझे हो. आपने अपनी उस बिलीफ सिस्टम को अनर्थ नहीं करे हो जो आपके पूरे लाइफ सिस्टम को गवर्न कर रहा है. In all the cases that we've handled in Dhyan, in the past few years, we have actually come to realize that there are only 3 core beliefs that everyone has, which govern all their thoughts, all their actions, all their relationships. They are, I am not lovable, जो आपको मेरी स्टोरी से पता चला होगा. Because I felt being an extra child, I'm not lovable. मेरे सारे relationships, मेरे सारे actions, my entire thought process was to prove to people that I am lovable. इसके लिए मैं कोई भी हद तक जा सकती थी, अपने आप को कितनी भी दुखी कर सकती थी, बिकॉज मैंने अपनी पहचान खुद से नहीं कराई थी. The second belief system that governs every one of us is I am not enough. I am not rich enough. I am not beautiful enough. I am not pretty enough. I am not confident enough. There is always this not in between. So for whatever you feel, you keep adding this word not. What does this word not mean? When I am not good enough, I am not, it means that you do not feel complete. एक lacking हमेशा आपके अंदर होगी कि चाहे जितनी भी चीज़ें हो, but it's not enough for you. There is a lack and it makes you unfulfilled, and on the other hand, it makes you greedy. And because of that greediness, you expect a lot from other people. The third and another very important core belief that we all carry is that it is not available to me. I want to be happy, but मैं क्या करूँ जो मेरे आसपास लोग हैं ना वो बहुत सैड है, उनकी लाइफ में कितनी प्रॉब्लम है. I can't be happy. I want to look good, but मेरे पास ना रिसोर्सेज नहीं है to take care of myself. I want a relationship, but I don't look good, so I can't have a relationship because people are not going to fall in love. There is this major belief that we carry that I don't deserve it. मेरी लाइफ ऐसी बनी हुई है that I don't deserve the goodness of life. I don't deserve to get what I am meant to get.
So, a quick hack to really understand and change the dynamic of any relationship is in the word why. You'll be amazed at how this word why can get you to the root cause of the problem, because problem is not जो दिखता है, problem is जो deep rooted है, जो हमें, like in a previous example we've discussed with you, that how there is something else within you which is making you behave in a certain manner, react in a certain manner, or believe a certain thing. So it's the word why. And I'm telling you, it's wonderful to know that what we need to do is actually get to what lies beneath the why, what is the want that lies beneath. That is what is most important right now. Like there many a time, don't you wonder, why is this person behaving like this? Why is it that I don't like something? Why is this not suitable to me? Why do I fear this? So there is a reason that you you have certain things, certain emotions within you जो आपने address नहीं किया. So there is always a want beneath your why. So this is a very interesting thing I'm telling you. Minute you have an issue or any thought in your mind, keep doing this questioning, which we are going to do it right now, about 6 to 7 times, and you'll realize by your own self, you can actually get to the root, the bottom part of it, the actual soul part of it, to understand why are you behaving, or why are you not liking, or why do you fear something. So I would want one of the participants to raise up their hand to want to be participating in this, and we can go ahead with this. Shivani, yes. Hi. Pratibha, would you unmute Shivani? If Shivani would want to do. Let's play along together.
Hi.
Hi, Shivani. Hi. So we're going to do an interesting activity where we're going to tell everybody through your example as to how we can get to the root cause of the problem by just Why? By just with this whole interesting activity known as why. So tell me, Shivani, tell me just any thought that's bothering you, anything that comes in your mind.
I think the one thought, I'm a mother, and as most mothers, I go through is some anxiety towards my daughter and her not being interested in studying enough, or towards her future, not being serious about that enough.
Okay, answer me. Why do you think it's important that she should be serious in studies and really go all out in studies? Why do you think that's important?
Because as a mother, I want her to do well in life. I want her to succeed in life. And education is a very important part of that entire journey.
And why is it important for you to feel that by studies or by giving 100% to studies, she will be successful and she'll get what you desire?
I think there could be many ways that she could, be successful. But, definitely at this stage, if she's learned the discipline of studying or staying with the course of it, that will make her successful going forward as well. And for me, what's important is, that she is successful, she's happy in her life.
And why do you think this is so important for you that she's successful? Like, what is it that you are feeling that you want her to be successful in studies and really focus on that? Why is that the reason?
Because I'm not going to be there all the time to take care of her, right? She has to eventually be on her own path and be self sustaining and independent. We parents
Super.
cannot be there all the time.
Absolutely. Bingo. Please, everyone, listen to what she just said. She said that because she is not going to be around, and she definitely fears how her daughter is going to fare after that, she wants her daughter to study hard and be successful. So do you realize her issue was that her daughter is not focusing well in her studies? But when we went through a couple of whys, we realized that is not the issue. The issue is that she herself, Shivani herself, has a fear of future. What do I mean by that? Because she fears that वो नहीं रहेगी और क्या होगा अगर वो नहीं रहेगी. So she wants her daughter to really, she's pushing her daughter to really do well and get onto studies and be successful. So this is called a hurtful fear. What Shivani is feeling right now, that मैं रहूं ना रहूं, I don't know how it's going to be. So what she's doing, अपनी बेटी को उसने प्रेशर डाल दिया कि तुमको पढ़ना पड़ेगा, आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा, you have to do something big, you have to be good at it. That's a hurtful fear. Hurtful fear is fear what you can't do anything about. There is something known as a useful fear. When we convert the hurtful fear to useful fear, जब हम ये hurtful fear को useful fear कर देते हैं, then it becomes like an asset. Like in Shivani's case, if she's having the fear, now that she's realized that she's having a fear of future, what she should be doing, instead of pressurizing her to study hard, to do this, and you have to give 100%, you have to get 100 marks and all of that, she should convert it to, okay, I know I will not live long. I know I'm not going to be here taking care of her. So what I can do, there are a couple of things. Number one, let me work as hard to get you, to make her feel absolutely, self-sustainable. Number two, very importantly, she should also look into, because they know that there's time constraint in life. We really don't know what is happening, which Shivani is fearing. What she should be doing is actually giving that extra time to knowing the child's interest, to knowing what she likes to do, to knowing what she wants to be, and changing that hurtful fear to useful fear. What I'm trying to tell in this, that 90% of the time, the problem that we face is not the actual problem. It's the emotion. Shivani's problem was that her daughter is not giving 100% to studies. What's the emotion behind it? Because वो रहेगी नहीं जिंदगी भर उसके साथ, उसका देखभाल करने के लिए, ये fear इसको था. तो उसने उसको change करा करके, it turned out to be forcing and focusing and giving a lot of pressure to the child. And this we only, uncover through an RTT session where we go to the subconscious level, because ये तो बहुत consciously Shivani ने बताया है, but subconscious level, it could be some other deep-rooted emotions of hers.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was very helpful.
Um, so if you really went into the exercise with Roshni, you would have understood that it is so important for us to analyze the why behind the want. Why is it that someone is behaving like this? What is it that's triggering that emotion? What we do is act on the moment. Act on जो सामने दिख रहा है. We look at it, या सामने जो इंसान जो बोल रहा है, immediate action, immediate reaction happens. But a lot of times in relationship, it's important to understand कि अगर सामने वाले ने कुछ बोला है, तो उन्होंने क्यों बोला है? Again, let's try and understand that we can't change them, but we can really change our attitude, our focus on what we do. Now I'm going to just take you around three really important mistakes that we make in a relationship. Now mind you, we don't do it consciously. It's not कि अपन सोचते हैं और अपन ये गलतियाँ करते हैं. It could be because of our upbringing, our thought process, अपन जो आसपास देखते हैं, we decide on how we want our relationships to be. Again, this is not just keeping a husband-wife in mind, it's with every relationship that you have. The first and the most important relationship that we make, the mistake that we make, is we make something or someone our everything. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि आप एक्सपेक्ट करते हो आपका स्पाउस या आपका फ्रेंड या आपकी बहन, they are your lover also, they are your confidant, they are the person you turn to when you're in a problem, they pamper you, they do everything. मतलब 50 रोल आप एक्सपेक्ट करते हो कि सामने वाला फुलफिल करेगा आपके लिए, which is practically not possible. Every human comes into your life for a particular reason. Maybe आपका spouse is there just to be your lover, but to be a friend you have someone else. The second mistake that we really make is that you're mad at them for the sacrifices that they didn't ask for. I'll give you a very simple and a common example what happens with women. अपन जब शादी करके आते हैं, maybe you're a working woman, you're working for some time, you have a child, you decide to give it up because you want to be there for your child, you want to be there to raise them. 20 years down the line, आपका बच्चा बड़ा हो गया, बाहर चला गया, अपने लाइफ में बिजी हो गया. At that point of time, you are angry at your spouse because you are feeling lonely and you keep telling them that आपके लिए मैंने sacrifice किया, आपकी वजह से मैं अपनी लाइफ को बढ़ा नहीं पाई. Maybe they didn't ask you for it and you did it out of your choice, but you blame them for all the sacrifices. And thirdly, you talk to too many people but not the person you are in a relationship. आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम है, maybe it's a problem with your mother-in-law. आप अपनी मदर-इन-लॉ से बात नहीं करोगे डायरेक्टली, आप जाके अपनी ननद, अपनी बहन, अपनी माँ, अपनी फ्रेंड, सबसे बात करोगे, उन सब का व्यू पॉइंट लेते रहोगे. And then you'll try and create this whole story in your head of why your mother-in-law does what she does. But wouldn't it be simpler कि अगर आपको कोई इशू है, आप जाके सीधा अपनी मॉम से बात करो. Tell her that, Mom, I didn't understand this about you. Can you explain this to me? These are some very common mistakes that we make, but which really, really hamper our life. I really hope in the past 1 hour, you have actually realized that the gift of life is with you. You are the master of your life. आपका fear, आपका phobia, आपकी belief, सब आपके under है, सब आपके control में है. With a little help, you can change your belief system. You know what the best part of all of this is? Because it's all in your control, your fear, your phobias, your relationship, it's all in your control, and you realize the power of it. You also have the power to unleash it all and transform yourself into a phenomenal life. All that it requires is that we change the picture and the words that we say to ourselves. All that it requires is change the picture in your mind of a life filled with abundance.
Now I would like all of you to give another 2 minutes because I would want to take you all to this wonderful journey, meditation. Let's do this all together. We've had a 1 hour of good session of, we've tried to tell you exactly how and why, we behave in a certain manner, and how we get to believe certain things, which, we are surprised later on that the reason for that belief was something so trivial. So I think when we've spoken so much, there's a lot that you want to take, and I hope you guys have had your aha moment during the entire hour. Let's just all relax just for another 2 minutes. I just want your, your concentration. Another 2 minutes. Let's just all relax. Just sit comfortably wherever you are. Take a long, deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. With another deep breath in, acknowledge your surroundings. Acknowledge the noise. Acknowledge all that's happening around you. And let it all just go. Once more, take a deep breath in. Fill your lungs with all the positive air. Feel grateful and take a deep breath out. I want you all to feel that energy of abundance, that energy of joy, that energy of happiness and love flowing from your head. Just loosen your body, feel it. Just feel that energy flowing from your head, covering your face, down to your shoulders, all the way to your stomach. The energy is just flowing, and while it's flowing, it's just lightening up your entire body, going down to your thighs, your legs, your toes. Imagine yourself all lit up so beautifully, because you are that ball of fire, that ball of energy, that ball of confidence. Feel it all from head to toe. You were born perfectly. You were born with utmost confidence. You were born with master of your own life. It's all within you. Life did take a turn in various ways, but there is that little you within you. Feel it. Imagine yourself like a baby, happily moving their arms, their legs with joy, with wonder. Let that wonderment be a part of your life. Let that wonderment get you that twinkle in your eyes. Feel it. Feel the wonderful energy around you, and feel how blessed you are. Today, you know it. You are blessed. A human body and a mind that you can control is all that you ever wanted. You're blessed. You're enough. You're confident. And you are beautiful. Say to yourself once more, I am beautiful. I was born beautiful, and I am beautiful. Take a deep breath in and out. Imagine yourself right up the class, smiling, because you can conquer the world with all that you've got. Because you've realized that your mind is in your control. You have the power. You are the powerful being, a being with utmost intelligence, compassion, love, energy, and power. Feel yourself being so energetic. Feel it within you. Feel it within your heart. And feel your heart expanding, ready to take all the goodness that's coming your way. I want you all to just wrap your hands around yourself as if you're hugging someone. Now imagine yourself hugging the little you, the mini you, the child that just wanted love, the child that just wanted compassion and someone to hear him. Feel the heartbeat of the little you. Hold it close to your heart and hug him as tightly as possible. Hug the baby and tell that baby in your mind, you belong. I love you. I will always be there for you. You are always welcome. You are magnificent. You're the most beautiful joy of life. Feel that baby feeling happy, the little you being happy in your arms. Feel the warmth, feel the joy. Feel it within you. That little child is now happy, being loved, being cared for, and being looked after. You are enough. You're enough to take care of yourself. You are enough to look after anything around you. You have all it takes. Just believe in this. Take a deep breath in. Feel the energy flowing from the little you towards your heart. Now feel the energy going from your heart to the little you. Experience the joy of giving and accepting. Just be in this for a moment. Keep hugging the little you tightly, because all that the little one wants is a nice hug. Words saying that you love him and just making him your life. I love you. Take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. With this thought that you are enough, you are beautiful, you are the divine power of God, a part of God, a soul created for bigger things in life, for transformation, for happiness, for abundance. Believe it, feel it, and just take it in. With this feeling and with a big, big smile, just open your eyes and embrace the world that you're in. I hope you all have enjoyed the session. We've tried to make it as interactive and as informative as possible. There were certain, key points that we really wanted you all to make it a part of your life, like the why factor or 3 beliefs that you have and a couple of other things. For anything else, if you want to know more about RTT, or if you want to just understand how it works or anything about the session, please feel free to write on the chat box. We do have an inaugural offer. So basically, this is the week of love, probably the month of love. So we just thought, me and Pratibha decided, let's just do something more fun, give lots of joy. And I think the only way we can give joy is by connecting with all of you. So I welcome all of you to this lovely Dhyan Holistic Wellness family. And we look forward to hearing from all of you. For any queries, write on the chat box, and our Dhyan team will definitely get back to you soon.
So there is a link that's been put on the chat box. Please feel free to fill it up so that someone from Dhyan can reach it. Before we end, there were like one or two very interesting questions I would really, I would want Roshni and me to answer it that we had got in all the forms that we received. One of it being something that I think 90% of us can relate to. I'm just going to read out the question, Roshni, and we both can address it. The question said, when a wife or a husband does not have any topic to talk about in daily routine, what to do? Which I think we all feel it. And also, everything is good in your life, but within you, you're not contented and you don't know the reason why. So I'll try and answer it, and Roshni, you can just add in whatever you want to add to it. The first part of the question, when a husband or a wife does not have anything to talk about in their daily life, what to do? It's time to find an activity, find a hobby that interests both of you together. Do some activity in a day, or maybe you don't have time in a day, at least in a week, that you both enjoy doing it. You both look forward to. It's not like I enjoy running and I want my husband to join. No. It has to be an activity that interests both of you together, that you all can talk about and look forward to later. To answer the second question, everything is good in my life, but I'm not contented. The issue is deep-rooted. There is a belief system that you have within you that makes you feel that मेरे पास सब कुछ होने के बावजूद कुछ ना कुछ कमी है. And for that, an RTT session helps, because it's going to help you uncover your true belief. It's going to help you uncover who you are and change this belief system. Anything that you want to add, Roshni, before I take one more very interesting question, because I know we have gone over time. So just another question.
Yeah, you can. So I think it's perfectly said. So you can go to the next question.
Okay. There was one more that says how to make your kids follow some particular manner, which I am doing and I know it's wrong, but I'm habituated and making an effort to change, but unable to change myself. And I don't want it in my kids, shouting or talking loudly.
This is quite an interesting question, because most of the time, हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा is the attitude we have. लेकिन हम बच्चों को जरूर चाहते हैं. हमने पढ़ाई करी ना करी, बच्चे जरूर पढ़े. हम ये कर पाएंगे. We excel probably in one sphere, but हमारे बच्चे 100% excellence में जाए. So this is a very common thing that we as mothers definitely face. So number one, first and foremost, we've all heard it before, and I'm just going to reiterate it, that everything begins from home. Like they say, charity begins from home, changes begins from home as well. So it has to be within you. What the child sees is what they will understand and will grow up with. Let me tell you, during this RTT learning, I did realize the importance of the initial years, 1 to 8, from year 1 to 8th year is a very important year for the child to really change their thoughts, their beliefs, or their behavior. 8 to 15 is the time when you can mold them. Not so easy, but not so difficult as well. After 15 is when the challenge comes. So everyone and anyone, whoever is having kids below 15, it's the right time. Go for it. Make sure. So very interesting thing I'm going to tell you is answering that question regarding that. So definitely first you got to change yourself. Number 2 is, if you want the thing your child to listen to, I'll give you an amazing hack, and I'm telling you, it's so powerful. So during our hypnosis, during the session of, our hypnosis session, so there is a way that you get into a hypnotic state. Obviously, there's a whole lot of things that we do, but there's one way when we roll up our eyes, we look up. Thing that we do during a session, I'm sure you don't want to try this right now. I'm telling you this for a reason. We roll up our eyes up. The reason why we do this is because that's the time when we keep rolling our eyes up, we go to a state which is called an alpha state. Now, that's the state in which the brain listens. It takes your feedback, and it changes all that it has already acquired. So that's a state that you always want to be with, because आप जो सीखे हुए हो वो आप undo कर सकते हो और नया चीज सीख सकते हो. Now this is during hypnotic state. But let me tell you, mothers, fantastic hack this is. Have you realized when your child is just about to sleep, उनकी आंखें चढ़ जाती है? They kind of roll up their eyes and you're like, अरे बच्चा को नींद आ रहा है, अब सुला दो. So that's the time when they're actually getting into a alpha brain wave. That state when they accept what you're saying and they'll undo what they've already believed. Don't ever let go of that state. I'm telling you, it's like this. It's like the icing on the cake. You cannot ever miss on that. So when they're on that state, that's the time. Let the child lie down. Just before he goes into a deep slumber, talk to them. Trust me, 21 days. Take this as a challenge. When the child is just about to sleep, talk to them in the ears and just tell them what you want to say. Like, you know what, you're very confident and I think you can do great. You're such an amazing child. You've got this, all of that. Just talk to them. 21 days later, you'll see a crazy transformation taking place because you've captured them at the right moment and in the right way. So answering to that question, I don't know who has asked, but whoever's asked, but this is a great hack. Do try that.
I know we have already overshooted the time, but thank each one of you for being here, for being a part of this amazing journey, and being there for yourself and giving yourself the opportunity to love yourself and be a phenomenal you. Just before we end, there's a small video that we would like you to see. Thank you, every one of you, for being here today and being a part of this amazing session. We hope there are a lot of things that you've learned about yourself, and we hope you're on a journey to be a phenomenal you. Thank you.